What's going on, America? This is your boy, Prime Time. And I know it's been a minute since I've been back. So the last time you seen me, I was talking about COVID-19 safety. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. We still got the same problems. So we gonna have the same conversations. Live, 4K, coming straight to you in your living room or wherever you may be watching. I'm about to basically break it back down for you again because we didn't get it the last time, it seemed like. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through it again, slowly but surely. And I'm also gonna introduce a few things out there on the road that I use and I encourage you to use as well. So first and foremost, let me talk about your president. Your president, he don't think this COVID-19 thing is a big deal. Well, we basically been going through it for almost a year and we haven't got any closer to basically, well, ending this baby. Yeah, we have some promising vaccines that looks like they may be 94% or higher effective, and that's good. That's great. And obviously we probably need something like that, but guess what? We are a little bit of a ways from getting there. And I'm not going to sit here and explain to you or give you my view on how the vaccine is going to get dispersed, but what I'm going to tell you is it's going to be a little bit of time before we can all get our hands on that vaccine. Now, me, myself, I'm not 100% sure if I want to take a vaccine at all, but what I'm saying is that it's going to be a minute before everybody can get their hands on that vaccine. So what are we going to do in the meantime, in between time? I tell you what, see this? The mask, man. I'm real quick. I'm going to show you how you're supposed to wear the mask and how you're not supposed to wear the mask. You're not supposed to wear the mask like this, okay? Not like this. My favorite is this one. Oh, you gotta pull it off to talk. That's my favorite because this one is actually, you might as well just be like this when you're talking. Cause like, what's the point of taking it and talking? You're giving the virus out. What are you doing? What are we doing? The mask is supposed to be worn just like this, over the bridge of the nose, covering your chin. It should be snug on your face. It's that simple, people. It ain't rocket science at all. It's not that hard. It's supposed to fit your face all the way, and it's supposed to stay on your face. Listen, we have been doing this for almost a year now, so we should be used to basically talking with a damn mask on your face. Listen, today what I'm going to give you is facts. I'm not giving you any opinions that I think or anything like that. I'm going to give you the facts today. I have always given you facts, but today especially, I'm going to give you facts. Okay? Now, basically, according to the CDC, wearing a cloth mask can help prevent infecting other people with the virus. Okay? It should fit snugly. It should be it should cover the nose and the mouth. And it should stay on your face. Now, they don't say that part, but that's my part. It should stay on your face. Okay? And obviously, if you're 2 years old, kids 2 years old, they don't typically need to have a mask. Well, not need, but they don't require it. Basically, if you can't remove a mask on your own, then you shouldn't be wearing a mask. If you need assistance to pull that mask off your face, then obviously you kind of fit that description of a person that really don't need to do it because you could actually do more harm than good in that situation. But for the people that's getting into Uber, you can do that. And I'm gonna tell you like this: even if you are one of these people that they say they shouldn't have a mask, 2 years old or whatever, I don't give a damn. You put the mask on anyway. You know what I'm saying? You put the mask on anyway. Well, 2 years old, I'll let slide. But like, Grown folks, put the damn mask on, okay? I'm not having it. So that is how you wear the mask, people. That is how you wear the mask, okay? So I told you I was going to introduce you guys to a few things that I use out there on those streets, and I use this app called Gridwise. If you haven't heard by now what Gridwise is, it is an app that basically has all the data at your fingertips. So let me explain what it does. So it calculates, you can actually link your Uber and other accounts like other gig jobs to it, so that you don't have to input the information. It automatically just takes the information into the app from the Uber app over to the Gridwise app. You can track your miles, and what's so good is it actually breaks down what service you were doing at that time. Because when you do your taxes, that is going to be something that you're going to have to be specific on what you were doing. So that's cool about that. Plus it tells you the weather. It calculates your hours you out there on the road for every service. It put everything you do. If you're doing Grubhub, Uber Eats, Uber, you're doing Lyft, you're doing Instacart and Shipt and all this other stuff, and so it's going to put all that information into one app, so that when you go to look and see what you have been doing on the profitability side, man, you can see it right here. Now this week I only work one day. I'm taking today off to do this video, but it has done so much for me personally, because it also even tells you when the highest demand is at the airport. We all know that the airport is where the real money is. Now, right about now, it's not as great, but it is starting to pick up because of the holiday season and people traveling to and from because of the holidays. And I know some states will have some restrictions on certain things, but I do not think it will be flights that will be restricted in this situation. I'm pretty sure right now, as of today, there is no restrictions on flights. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they haven't restricted anything quite yet. They also have a few things that that if we wasn't going through a pandemic right now, it would be very useful. They actually have a section where it has all the different events that's going on that day and that week and all that stuff like that right in the app. So if you didn't know, then you would actually know where everything is going on at. Now, of course, right now, not many things going on, so not really a lot of events. But right now, they have been sharing what they call a driver resource. And they have a few things there to read. So one of the things that I wanted to speak on today was one of the blog posts that they have, and it's basically it's titled "How Rideshare and Delivery Drivers Can Prepare for the COVID-19 Surge." Because I'm telling you, it is going to be a COVID-19 surge, one way or another. Get prepared. So last time, on my last video, one of the things that I was telling you guys back then to get prepared with was not only to keep your car clean, because that's just one thing. It's many procedures that you will need moving forward. And one of the things that you would need is you would need to be able to protect yourself from the passenger. And that's basically putting up a shield, or some people call it the COVID shield. Passengers can no longer get in the front seat, even though I have seen a few breakers of that policy allowing folks to get in the front, but for me, you're in the back. So I have a COVID shield that separates me from them. And that's important. And if you guys haven't figured this out yet, Uber is actually giving the thing away for free. So at some point, I don't know when or where and all that, but I know they already sent me an email saying I can get the free COVID shield. I already had bought one, so I was already ahead of the game. But they sent me another one that actually was better, so I put that one up instead. Well, I took my old one down and put the new one up. So if you haven't gotten that email yet, I don't know what else to tell you other than that Uber has. I don't know if they selected certain drivers or what, but they gave me a shield and they gave my buddy a shield. So you should get one too. And if they have sent you the email and you haven't put the shield up, or you don't have the shield, or you didn't get the shield, what are you waiting on? Because this surge is going to happen with or without you. So, you know, we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves for what happens to our money, our profitability, our bottom line, if and when closures or shutdowns or slowdowns happen. What are you going to do? Well, let me explain something to all of my subscribers and anybody who come across this video. If you are in the rideshare or gig economy business, you need to have multiple, and I'm going to say it again, you need to have multiple ways to get money. Multiple ways to get money. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you do not, you will find yourself in a bad spot. Let me explain to you. Last March is when I jumped on Instacart, and Instacart was booming. $40, $50, you know, to do the jobs that you had to do. And if you pick the right ones, you'll be able to go in and get it quickly and get out. So $50 to do a shop, and you picking up like 40 some items, that's not a bad deal. Trust me, it may take you an hour to do that. That's $50 for that hour. So what I'm saying is, if you only doing Uber, if you only doing like rideshare, for example, rideshare is good. But what you need to be on those delivery apps like DoorDash, Grubhub. You need to be on those food grocery store jobs like Shipt, Instacart. You need to have an array of jobs or apps that you can just flick on and just get money. And because you need to still be able to generate money when the shutdowns happen. Listen, listen. If these governments shut down, it's going to be like it was before, where it's not going to be that many people going to work. A lot of businesses are already going down anyway right now. So we need to come out on the other side of this. But I think the only way for rideshare drivers to be able to come across this river unscathed, we have to understand one thing. We need other resources. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have DoorDash, you need to get it. You should have been had it, because right now it's hard to get DoorDash in certain states because there's so many people trying to do it. If you don't have Grubhub, you need it. If you don't have Uber Eats and you have Uber, you need it. Like, you're going to need that. Uber Eats has been paying way more money than ever before. And I will even say they have actually, I mean, I've been more profitable when I'm doing Uber Eats instead of Uber itself. When I'm doing Uber X, I'm probably making $11 an hour for that job. Okay, for that pickup and drop off. You understand what I'm saying? But when I do a Uber Eats, I'm averaging $15 for that one job. Now, what that's saying is, I could do 2 Uber Eats in an hour. I could do 2 rides in an hour. But guess what? That one ride is about $11, $10. I'm getting 15 on Uber Eats. And sometimes with Grubhub, I'm getting even more. You know, I know a lot of people gonna say, but Prime, I don't like to go in there and shop. I don't either. I hate shopping. Matter of fact, I don't even do my own shopping. But what I'm saying is, if it comes down to it, you're going to have to humble yourself. And you're going to have to understand that I need to put food on the table. I need to pay my bills. I need to do this. I need to do that. I got things I'm trying to do. So you don't have time to be on that. Like, you're going through one of the worst times in American history. Believe that. No matter where you at on the end of this on the end of the spectrum of finances right now, you are going through one of the worst crises in American history today. Right now, COVID-19, aka coronavirus. 240,000 people dead. Real deaths. So when you think about that for a second, just think about that. Real people, real deaths. And this thing right here is the end all be all for us, at least right now, to just cover ourselves up, protect everybody around us. But we having a problem with this thing. And that's the problem. As long as we have a problem with just one thing like that, we will never ever get to the point where we can protect others. There is no way that we can even protect others if we won't even protect ourselves. Okay? So, as you all know, Uber integrated this policy way back when. We have been telling passengers you gotta have a mask on for about 8 months, I believe. I'm not even sure about the timeline, but it's been a minute. It has been a minute since they enacted that policy, and I'm still telling people, hey man, where your mask at? So this is what I want from anybody that hears this message. Just remember, it's actually something that you can do. I mean, Uber tells you to do this. So I'm actually recommending that you do exactly what Uber said to do, which is you pull up at the scene, passenger comes out, no mask, bare face is what I call it. They come out bare face. It's not in their hands, not in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? You roll down the window, you lock the door, you say, hey, how you doing, sir? Hey, you got a mask? Oh man, I forgot it in the house. Okay. I'll wait. When they come out, you should be gone. Cancel, you'll get a fee if you select they didn't have a mask, and then just pull off and go get somebody else. And the reason why I'm telling you to do that is because these people need to know that you don't have the right to even put my life in harm's way. You don't have that right. You never will. So when you do that, I'm going to leave your ass. And guess what? When they get that fee and they get left, and and for whatever reason that they were trying to even get where they were going, and they can't get there, they're going to remember that. So that next time, maybe they won't do that. So, moving forward, let's do that. And like, I know some Uber drivers right now, like, Prime, what the hell are you talking about, man? Like, I can't breathe, man. I can't breathe. That's why I have my mask like this. I can't breathe. That's why I'm wearing my mask like this, because I cannot breathe whatsoever. Well, listen, I'm just gonna say it like this. I know people that got asthma, COPD, all the things that people talk about and complain that they can't breathe. Whenever a customer tells me, hey man, I got COPD or asthma, I say, sir, you need that mask on your face, okay? I don't even get into what I believe. And this is what I believe. And like I told you at the end of this, at the beginning of this, I'm gonna give you all facts. And this is not even what I believe. It's an actual fact that according to the American Heart Society, I mean, you can breathe. I mean, not heart, but a lung. You can breathe with a mask on your face. Somebody that has COPD, for example, somebody that has COPD or somebody that has asthma, yeah, your brain may be telling your body, hey, yeah, we can't really breathe as well as we would like, but we can still breathe. Okay? I mean, you can still breathe. You have no issues with breathing to the point where you can make up an excuse to me, because put it like this, that excuse does not work with me. I have had plenty of people tell me either the mask is worse than the virus itself, or I have COPD or asthma, and I all tell them the same thing. Man, listen, all I know is you gotta have a mask on, okay? So either that or no ride. Which one you wanna do? You have to be forceful. You have to understand that you're the boss. You have always been the boss. All this right here does to me is reinforce that we need to be stronger. Like I think a lot of drivers are so scared to piss their customers off because they scared that they're gonna get that 1 star. Listen, you're gonna get that star regardless, man. They never gonna be happy. So it is what it is, okay? So as you guys know, Uber has rolled out a few innovative technologies like the mask verification, which to me doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. I literally take a picture with my mask on, then I take it off. So I don't, whatever. I mean, but what can Uber do, right? I mean, they really can't do anything anyway, that's really all they can do is do something like this. So they think they're doing a lot with this. I won't even get into this because to me it's nothing. It's a whole bunch of nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Now, they're starting to do that same thing with passengers. Now, with passengers, they have to be reported. So if you guys are not reporting these passengers, for example, passenger get in the car, got their mask on from the get-go, get in the car, and as soon as their phone ring, because this is what happens every time, as soon as their phone ring, or as soon as they talk to you, or whatever, they pull that boy down. You need to be watching them all the time. Always looking up at the mirror, seeing where they at, seeing if they got the mask. As soon as you see that phone ring, or hear it ring, rather, you should already know that's one thing. They're going to pull it down. You got to let them know, keep the mask on. And it's a way to do it without getting them mad, too. So the way I do it is, I continuously look up at them because I kind of got like a little thing that I got for the sunlight coming in. It's it basically blocks the sun. It's kind of like sunglasses, but it's like what they call it. It's like a drop down thing. I can't remember the actual term to use for it, but basically it blocks the sun. Okay, but what I have used it for really is to be able to see behind me at an angle because I can't really see them and use my mirror for traffic because I don't want to use my mirror to be spying on them. I want to use it to actually see what's around me, so that I can do what I got to do driving wise, because that's the whole purpose of me doing what I do, is to get the people to and from where they're from and get them there safely, basically, right? That's the whole point. So that's what I want to continue to use that for. But the other thing I can see them back there, and every time they that phone ring, they drop it down. And so what I do is I let them know, hey, whatever their name is, and I'll say, hey, you gotta keep that mask on, please. You gotta keep it on. Now I give basically 2 warnings and then a put out. That's it. The 3rd strike, you're done. So it doesn't matter if the first initial strike comes when I tell them when they're outside, because my policy is simple. When you come to that car, before you touch that door handle, you should have this on. If you don't, that door will remain locked until you do it. And then, so that's 1 strike if I had to tell you from outside. Then when you get inside, the phone ring, you pull it down, that's another one. So that next one, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna pull over, find a nice little soft spot to kick them out at, and I'm gonna say, all right, sir, this is your stop right here. And of course, they always say, what you mean this ain't my stop? I'll say, oh yeah, this is your stop, sir, because I told you twice about the mask. You know that the policy, you must wear your mask and you gotta keep it on at all times. Oh man, I mean, I didn't. Well, it's too late, sir. You know, you got to get out. You know, I want you out the vehicle. And a lot of people, they're so afraid of, you know, like a confrontation. I'm not afraid of it. So that's why I don't have a problem with it. I have a camera so I can protect myself from them basically being able to have any fake allegations upon me. And that's important. If you don't have video evidence to say what your side really was, then it's pretty much their side of the story versus yours. So if you don't have a camera already, I've been saying this for I don't know how many years, 3 years, whatever it's been. Every driver should have video in their car. I just don't get it. You at the wheel of the customer when it comes to these apps, because whatever they say, the app is going to say, oh, okay, that makes sense to me. They can say you are a lunatic, and they would believe that, regardless of knowing you or anything like that, because they don't know you. They don't, like, these apps don't have anything personal about you. They don't have no feelings towards you. So you need to have protection. So when you go to put these fools out, you know, that's why a lot of people don't put people out, because they either don't like confrontation and they don't have the video to protect them, so they don't want that backlash from the customers to lie on them. But I have no problem with that. I put them out, and what I do is I even, you know, obviously once you put them out, you tell Uber, you put them out and you tell them for what. Offer that video to them. Now, a lot of times Uber will say, we don't really need it, but offer it to them. If you have it, offer. That way you can prove what you were saying was correct. They can't even get rid of you, because they're gonna be like, well, we already know what happened here because we seen the video. So it's important to be able to have that power to be able to kick them out. Because listen, coronavirus ain't going nowhere for a while, y'all. So we all need to protect ourselves. It's only right. It's only right that we protect ourselves, because moving forward, listen, Corona gonna be with us, y'all. It's only smart for us to understand that and get behind certain things to protect ourselves, like having a COVID shield, having a dash cam, because with the mask policy, you having to boot them is something that you're going to need to do a lot more in the winter. I promise you that. In the wintertime, you're going to have people that's going to come outside without their mask. And what's going to happen is I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to say, ma'am, you got to have your mask on first. So they're going to get in. They're going to be upset already. So I need to be able to boot these fools if they already got a problem. I got a problem with them if they got a problem with me. So what's important is simple. We all need to band together, and we all need to understand that, you know, yeah, we got a vaccine on the rise, but it's going to be a minute to forget that. But guess what? Until then, let's wear the mask. Please. Let's wear the damn mask. And then maybe, just maybe, we can meet on the other side of this river, because right now, it's going to be a while. But I'm going to end this like this. All the drivers out there right now, if you're not listening to what I'm saying now, because I've been saying a lot of this stuff for a while, as far as, you know, having a camera. All this stuff is important, even more than ever been. If you don't have the COVID shields up and you're going into winter, you're going to have people coughing for every reason. They got the cold, they got the corona, they got the flu. Either way, when they start coughing, you're gonna think COVID. So protect yourself now, or you might be unlucky. With that being said, I'm your boy Prime, and I spend my time. Holla at you.